Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Hey, today we are at the most westerly highway point in North America that you can drive with a vehicle. We are in Anchor Point and obviously Alaska, and we're gonna go down on the beach today, and we are going to go on a run to see if we can find some coal. So I burn coal at home, and so we are going to take and we are going to go down and see if we can come up with some coal. A few boards here. You guys might find some stuff interesting. So, but yeah, should be good. We're going to be taking the Can-Am 6x6 and loading her down, and we're going to see how it does with a load of coal. So, yeah, this is kind of what it looks like down here. They've had to put these rocks in down here to keep this all from supposedly washing away, and as you can see, it hasn't done its job completely, but it sure definitely helped. So okay, well, the tide is coming in, so we're gonna try and get down there and get a load, maybe go down by the mouth of the river and see how the coal supply looks. Okay, here we go. There's the tractor launch pulling out a boat out of the ocean. People out fishing. There's a few trailers in line here. Beautiful day. The water smells good. Smell all the seaweed. Most of your coal ends up on the upper part of the beach. It gets washed up to the last tide line. Just saw a couple pieces. So this right here, this is what we're looking for. We're looking for pieces that size or so. And we just throw them in the bucket. When you get into a lot of coal, there's a lot of get on and get off the machine, boy. Hopefully we'll get into some down here. We've got some really big tides coming up this far. We've got some 20-foot high tides that we get here, which is huge compared to most places in the United States. Cook Inlet, which goes up this way, clears towards Anchorage, has some of the most high tides and water moving of any place in the United States, they say. This is all seaweed right here. It just washes up. A lot of people use it for like their gardens. They'll mulch it into their gardens or just rototill it in. Excellent source for gardens. We may not see too much coal till we get down here a ways, mainly just because some people have picked through it. Different areas, have different amounts. What it is a lot of it is out there in the ocean, and great big veins of coal, they call it. And what happens is it breaks up out there, and then it basically gets rolled and floated on up into the beach. And some of this stuff can float out there for years and then end up on the beach. And originally it breaks off in there, what I imagine, square, and then of course all the rolling and grinding on all the gravel, it ends up making it round. And so the beach coal probably burns the best. There is veins of coal that are up in these bluffs up here that will fall out also, and that's more common up north where all the vegetation isn't on the hillsides. It just falls out of the bluff, and people get that, but it's huge pieces. A lot of times it's as big as the bed of a pickup, and then you got to break it all off of there and stuff, and usually there's a high content of iron in it, and as we all know, iron doesn't burn, so you end up with big chunks of melted iron in your stove. The difference between burning coal and burning wood here in Alaska, the amount of time in the winter that your stove burns, obviously the longer the better. And it's like coal will burn in my stove, it'll burn for almost 24 hours. A 5-gallon bucket will burn for almost 24 hours. So that's important, versus wood will burn for about maybe 4 or 5 hours. So the work involved in getting firewood versus the work of doing this is just, totally two different things. And this is much more fun to me, to get on my machine and go for a ride on the beach. I'm not seeing too much here, but a lot of times it's clear down here on the point. There could be some down there on the tide line. River, the Anchor River, and oh, you got king salmon in here. We have a run of silver salmon that come in here, and yeah, there's should be fish shooting up here right now as we speak. They come in with the tide, so when the tide comes in, this gets deeper, and it'll run up, halfway up these banks, and makes it easier for the fish to get upstream if they come in on the tide. We'll go down here clear to the mouth. Last time I was down here getting coal, it was really good. I mean, we really got a lot of coal, but it was mainly all right down here at the end. But you can see the water line here where the tide has come up to. That's how high these tides are. So you don't want to get caught down here, especially if you go further and you get up against that bluff, because you have no place to escape. But we're several hours out from that tide getting up this far. That's a piece of wood. Pretty interesting piece of driftwood. Somebody camped down here. I'm gonna drop down on the beach here for a minute, see if we see anything down low down here. Up here, as you can see, they're fairly easy to spot when you do see them. See another piece up there. Yeah, this is what we're looking for. It's a small piece, but down there, and starting to pick up a few chunks. Little pieces. They add up. know, guys, I just wanted to throw it out there. If there's anything that you guys, you know, would like to see in particular on my channel, we're going to be doing a lot of fishing. I just bought a boat, bought a 22-foot sea dory, and been out fishing in it a few times, and yeah, been actually very successful. A lot of halibut fishing I'll be covering. We're going to be doing some salmon fishing. This poor dog looks lost. Hey, buddy. Yeah, you don't have no interest. But yeah, so we're going to be doing all kinds of different adventures here. So be sure to like and subscribe to the channel, and that way you'll be able to catch it as it's happening. Oh, this guy wants to stick around. What you doing, buddy? Are you lost? Come here. Come here. Oh, you need a ride? Huh? Well, you can follow along. Hopefully he belongs to the guy up there in the camper. There's a couple pieces. Pretty slim pickings though. Pretty slim pickings. Some little chunks here. I don't know how well you can see this, but this piece here, you can see it's definitely off color. You can see the lights in there and stuff. This piece here has, it probably has a little more iron in it. It will burn. This one will, so we'll take it. So we're right at the mouth. This is the mouth of the river. So what we got is a couple of little pieces. What we got though is the salmon are out here, and they're coming through and coming up into the river to spawn. There's an airplane going over top. They're coming in to spawn. Like I've told you guys, you know, I'm 62 years old, and I was born and raised right here in all of this. And boy, it's just not what it used to be. There used to be just absolutely tons of fish that came up and down in this river, and nowadays it's pretty slim. Nothing compared at all what it used to be. Come here, buddy. How are you? You got a name on your collar? Do you have a name on here? No. Okay. You're kind of slim. Looks like you need some groceries. Huh? Huh? Yeah. Well, sure hope he's wet, and he looks like he might have swam the river and can't get back across. But you can see this water, you can see it literally rushing in. It's just, the river usually runs this way, obviously. Now it's just running in. It's filling up with that tide coming in, and there should be quite a few king salmon in there, you know, going in. But yeah, we'll see. I don't know. Last time when I was right here, I got half a pickup load right here. And I see one little piece. There should be some in here. Few pieces in here. So yeah, normally what I do is I just grab the bucket and walk around, fill the bucket, dump them in the bed, but I just ain't not seeing the coal. This guy looks messed up, like he might be lost. Okay, here's something that is pickable. So we're gonna dump this stuff here out and start going to town on some of this stuff. Stuff has been here a while. You can see it's all flaky. That's what happens. The sun breaks it down. Down here. There, you see all this down here in this bowl? I don't know if you can see that, but there's a bunch of it here. Quite a bit of it down there. So we're gonna just take the 6x6 and go right down here. Eventually this will fill up right here. With water. Trying to just high grade some of the bigger pieces. A lot of it's just crumbles. Been here a while. burnable. Some of this, though, after you handle it a few times, you know, all you end up with is pieces. It's just, you know, the stuff just breaks, just crumbles. You get your bigger pieces that are a little more solid. Looks like the dog's headed back towards the trailer. I think that must be where he lives, is that guy in the camper. Well, we'll go back up here and see if there's anything worth grabbing. Yeah, last time this was just full. Just crumbles. Yeah, not really seeing too many good-sized pieces. Okay, well, we're gonna go back to where we pulled on to the beach, and then I'm gonna go south on the beach a ways, see if we can come up with anything down there. So, okay guys, we'll be back in just a few minutes. Okay guys, well, looks like the tide is closing in too fast for me to go up north here and try and get some more coal up here. It's just coming in fast. It's just going to trap me. It's a huge tide. So, well, we went down. We got a few pieces, you know. So it was a good breath of fresh air, I guess you might say. But all right, guys, like and subscribe. We'll be doing some fishing trips here. Probably before too long, so stay tuned.